It's Storytime Tea, that's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about a time where I tried to help somebody. Okay, so basically this was kind of recent. Yeah, it's kind of recent. Do I need to set the scene? I'm gonna just tell you the story. So basically, at the time, this is me setting the scene. At the time, I had already had a title before in the field that I'm in, right? A lot of people that I have came across realize that I have good work ethic and I really care about what I'm doing, and I always try. You know, like that's like basic things that everybody should do. Like if you had a job, try. If you want to be good at something, try. But like not everybody do it, so sometimes I just seem like I'm special. It just be regular stuff that I be doing, and everybody's just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, bro, being clean? Are y'all applauding me for being clean? Like what's going on? And so that's basically how it is. But like that's how I've been at every single job that I ever had. Like even when I like worked at Old Navy, everybody's just like bro, I'm not doing anything. I'm folding up clothes and putting them back where they belong. I wasn't even a cash register person. I just folded clothes up and I put them back where they belong. Like my job was so unhard. Like I just was cooling like the whole time. Now I was at the cash register like twice. But like no matter what I did, I always tried to be the best at whatever I did. I just cared about what I was doing. I did my job. I came to work. I worked and I took my little baby check and I went home type beat. Like I always been like that. And like in my field, obviously since I actually want to do this, I put like this much more effort into it because I'm just like, oh, this is something that is important to me. But like I'm always gonna put effort into anything that I do. So a lot of people that like ran across me always be like, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that, oh, like you're so great at this, you're so great at that. Like a lot of people ask me for like my opinions on stuff and like want me to help them with things, and I'm just like, cool. Like I don't ever mind doing that because I just love to see people trying. Like I love seeing people trying to do better, trying to be better, whatever. Like I just think it's so sweet and so cute. So like if somebody asks my help, I'm gonna help them. Like why not? Like it's not gonna hurt me to help you. So boom, that's just how it is. And I came across this person and she was really a nice person. I don't think that this field is something that she should be into. Like I don't think culinary is really for her. But I was going to help her because I'm like, you earlier on in your career, and so you might just be doing ridiculous things just because you don't know no better yet and you haven't like experienced enough yet. Like they not things that I would have done early on in my career, but I'm just like, it's cool. You don't know no better. I'm going to help you. And so she wanted to like have a food truck or something like that, right? And like obviously if you having a food truck or something, like you're gonna need them to put money into it because you gotta buy a truck, you gotta do the little maintenance for everything, you gotta buy all the ingredients, make sure everything up to code, you gotta have a menu, you gotta have like a business plan, all that other stuff. And she was in school for business and she was cooking at like multiple places. And so she asked me, cause like I worked with her for like 3 days, but like she didn't really, yeah. But that's besides the point. So yeah, I worked with her a little bit, and so then she got my number, and we was cool afterwards. Whatever. She asked me to like taste some food for her, cause like she had to write up a menu for her truck, like for people to like give her money to build the business and to get the truck and da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, cool. I never ate any of her food before because like when would I have had the chance to? So I'm just like, yeah, I can go here, I can taste your food, give me your menu, tell me about the stuff, da 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 da. So she comes to my house, she got the menu, and she brings all the food with her, everything like that. Everything is in little containers, and she didn't live too far away from me, so like she was like, I'm gonna make it where I'm at and I'm gonna just bring it to you. It's gonna be like lukewarm, but you gonna get the idea. I was like, all right, cool. So she brings the food over to me, and she was mixed. She was like Hispanic and something else, but she wasn't black. I think she was like Hispanic and Irish, question mark, because like her mom was like white, and her dad was Hispanic, clearly, but I don't know where exactly he was from, or like where the mom was from. But like when she spoke, she sounded like she was Irish or something. Okay, so like, yeah, because I only ever met her mother, and I seen a picture of her dad, whatever. So I was just like, all right. And so she wanted to do like a fusion type of thing. And like, obviously, if you got both of those cultures, it's like a cool thing for you to do. It's original because not everybody gonna be mixed the way that you mixed, you know? And like, it's a different like little flavor. I'm like, yeah, I did cool for real. I fuck with it. But I'm just like, you gotta make sure that the food makes sense. And so that's where she had a problem. Her food was not making sense, okay? Like, I don't know a lot about Irish cuisine. And I don't, like, I mean, I know more about the way Hispanics cook than the way Irish people cook, because, like, technically my mother is Hispanic, technically, I guess. But we ain't grown up like that. So it's just like, I know a couple of things. I know a couple words. I know a couple meals, for real. Like, I had some Hispanic friends. I done ate the food. Like, I like going to Hispanic restaurants, like authentic Hispanic restaurants, stuff like that. So I'm just like, I done had a lot of things, but I don't really know much about Irish stuff. So she like gave me the paper. And so like I Googled like some of the things that was like the more Irish things, because I knew about, like, you know, like, everybody done had an empanada before. Like, like she had regular Hispanic things that like everybody know about and heard about on the thing. But then it was like the Irish stuff, it was stuff that I had to look up. I'm like, oh, what is this, or whatever, because like she brought the food over to me, but I ain't just want to eat it not knowing what I was supposed to be expecting. So I'm looking up the flavor profile with some of these things and just seeing like how each of her things match up together. And it was just like a lot of the stuff that she wanted to put together ain't make no damn sense. But I was like, you a baby, so you probably don't know that this don't make no damn sense, so it's okay. Like, I'm gonna let you know this don't make no damn sense. And so it was like some of the stuff, it made sense for what she was trying to do, and it looked good and everything like that. So I'm gonna taste the food now that I know more about like the Irish things that you got on this menu, whatever. So I'm eating all of the stuff that was supposed to go together, because it was like on each like little plate there's something that's from her Hispanic culture and it's something from her Irish culture on the same plate. I ate the first thing. It was good separate. Like, one of the things was good and the other thing was good. I ate them together and I was like, these two things clash. But you know, regular people with their little regular tongues, they might not really recognize that it clash as much as I do, because like I went to school for this, so like it's different. I'm like, so if you think it makes sense, okay, both of the things taste good separate. So, you know, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. So then I eat the second thing. I'm just like, this is disgusting. I don't know. I don't know who taught you how to make this. They need to go to jail. And so like I'm writing down my notes for each thing, but like saying it in a sweeter way, because like I don't want her to be discouraged. I want her to like actually do what it is that she's trying to do. I want her to get to where she's trying to go. But also I'm just like, I can't say it's art for real, because that is not a good description for this. And she gonna put that, she gonna put it on there and it ain't gonna sell and everything's gonna be terrible and everything gonna fall apart. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just like, all right, I got you. And so I'm just like, yeah, not this. Maybe less lemon, maybe you have no lemon in that, and maybe instead you do lime. I don't know, maybe that would be cool. Add some honey to this, actually, you know, that probably like I'm just saying, like just little things, like you could tweak this, you could do this different, because no, take the cumin out of that. Cumin don't need to be in there. I don't know if that's how the original said to do it. Or maybe you put too much. And so I'm just like putting my little notes for each little thing. And then I eat like her last thing, because she only had like 5 things on the menu for real. And so I ate the last little plate. And I was just like, hey, I don't know if somebody ever told you that you don't know how to cook rice, but this, no. I'm like, it was the mushiest rice that I ever had in my entire life. The rice was so mushy that I'm just like, you sure this isn't oatmeal? Like, I couldn't even identify the individual grains of rice. Like, they weren't separate anymore. It was just a mound of rice. And it was like, she didn't put no cream or nothing in there, but it was like creamy. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And so I'm like, baby, no to that altogether. Delete. No. And then she like told me the rice that she used, like how she cooked it, whatever. I'm like, no. And so yeah, like I gave her my notes for each little thing. And I basically just was like, overall, I feel like half of the stuff is good for you to have on there. It's just minor adjustments that you need to make. Some of the stuff, it's a no. If you want to do it, then cool. But like this in particular, we need to just new concept for that whole little dish. No. And so I'm just like, yeah. So I wrote notes for each little thing. If you want to, you could take the notes, remake the food, bring it back to me. I'll give you some more notes on that, or tell you like if everything is good with it, whatever. She was just like, oh. And I'm just like, yeah. And she was like, I was wondering why it was taking so long to eat the food. Like, you really wrote like a bunch of notes for each thing. And I'm just like, I mean, yeah, you asked me to like taste the food, and you trying to like start a business, and you're asking people for money, and you need people to invest in you and all this other stuff. Those things matter. And I don't want you to put things in front of people that they aren't going to like, because then you're not going to get the money that you need. I'm a free critic, and I can help you out, and everything will be great. So I just was letting you know. And she was just like, okay. And then she like packed up all her little stuff and she just left. And I'm just like, and so I felt kind of bad, because I'm just like, maybe I discouraged her from like what she was trying to do, because I had like so much to say about each thing. But I was just like, this is not good. And I really don't want somebody else to tell you that, because I love you. And so I'm going to be kind to you. They don't love you and they don't know you. They not going to be kind to you. They just going to tell you no. They going to be like, this trash. Bye. And then it was just like the pictures that she had. You could tell how mushy and whatever the rice was in the picture that she had, because she plated all of them up and took a picture of it before she brought it to my house. And she sent me the pictures of it, like how she gonna put it on the little things that she gonna have, like the platters or whatever she gonna have for the little food truck and everything like that, and how it's gonna be in the box, whatever. She showed me pictures for all of that, and I'm just like, yeah, that don't even look good in the box. That don't look good in the picture. So I don't even know, like, yeah, you just need to come up with something else. Like, either learn how to cook rice properly or take the rice off. Because I'm just like, I'm like, that look like rice pudding low key. Like, but it's not though. And so like, I was just trying to give her like, and I didn't say anything. The way I'm saying it right now, I didn't even say it like that. I'm just like, the way that you cooked it, like what cooking method did you use, and like how long did you cook it for? What did you put in there with the rice? It was just rice and water, and that's how it turned out? Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should da-da-da. And I'm like giving her notes on how I think she should improve each thing though. So it's not like I'm just saying trash. Do something with that. Like I told her like how she could fix each thing that I complained about, for real. So then like, I think like a week later, I said something to her, because she was saying like she wanted to go to the people, talk about a loan and da-da-da, and like she also knew a guy that was possibly going to be willing to invest in her. He just wanted to test the food first or whatever like that, because like her father knew a guy or something like that. And so I texted her, I was just like, hey, did you ever go to the loan people, or like did you ever like make little changes or whatever, and like give the food to the man? And that was just a week later, and she didn't text me back. And I was like, and so then like another week passed or whatever. I think I ended up running into her somewhere, and then I was just like, oh hey, so how did everything go? And then she was just like, oh, I'm going to give the food to the man in like 2 days or whatever. I have a little meeting with him. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, so did you want me to test the food again before you go and you take it to him? She was just like, oh no, I'm fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like, I could see that like, obviously there was like, she didn't fuck with what I said. Obviously she didn't like what I said about her food. Like she was not expecting me to give like my actual opinion on the food. She was just expecting me to be like, oh yeah, that's good. Or like, oh, maybe not. Like she just expected me to be like that. But I was just like, bro, like, why did you come to somebody that cook if you didn't want like an actual review of your food? Like, what's going on? Like, you could have just gave it to your mother if you just wanted somebody to say, oh, okay, that's great. And so like, I'm thinking that I'm giving her like what she need in order to grow, and she just think I'm hating. And I'm just like, well, I wasn't hating. I just want you to do well. And so I was kind of sad because I'm just like, well, now she mad at me. And I was just like, I just was trying to help. And so I'm just like, okay. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to get stuff to him or whatever, da-da-da. I'm like, all right, bet. So the guy that wanted to invest with her, his wife is a chef or something like that. And so like he not in the food industry or anything, but his wife wanted to own a couple like restaurants or own like a couple like little whatever. So he was just like, oh, if I just invest in this one, she could just take it and then it could be her little thing on the side and da-da-da. And so that's basically what he was trying to do for his wife. And yeah, so his wife had already owned something or whatever. That's how it was. So he was just like, he had experience with food. He knows what food is good. His wife is also mixed. She was Hispanic and something else. Everybody mixed. So she was Hispanic and something else. But yeah, him and his wife went to go try the food. She cooked it for him at his house or something like that, or like at a place that they rented out or something. And she cooked the food for them. They ate the food and she didn't make any of the changes that I told her to make. Not one. Oh, no. She made one. She made one change. She switched the stuff that I said didn't go together. She switched it for something else. And it did go better when she switched those two things. But that's the only change she made. She put that dusty ass rice, my bad. She put that slimy ass rice on that plate for them people. And all the other stuff that I told her to change, she did not change it. So basically, the people just was like, this one thing was good. Everything else we ate, it was something wrong with every single thing. We not about to put no money into you. Like, this is not what we expected from you. You seem like such a hard worker and you're a sweet girl. We didn't expect you to give us what you just gave us. That was like borderline disgusting. So she was upset and she told me, because like they gave her like little notes on everything, because they was like, we're not investing in you, but to get the next investors, to get the next people, whatever, we're going to give you some notes so that you know what you did wrong. And they literally said everything I said. So I'm just like, if you would have just listened to me, you would have been cool. You would have got the money that you needed to start your little thing and you'd have been fine. And now look at you, dumb, because you didn't want to listen to me. Like, nobody was trying to hurt you. I literally just was trying to help you. I was trying to be a nice friend. I was trying to look out for you. And you didn't take my constructive criticism as what it was. You took it as me hating, which is crazy. I'm just like, bro, if I wanted a food truck, I would have a food truck. Stop. Like, I'm just like, nobody, like, I'm not trying to be you or stop your growth or your process. Like, if we both stars, we can shine in the same sky. Like, what are you saying? So I'm like, it's crazy. And so she took what I said wrong and she didn't make the changes because she thought that I was hating. And then the people literally said exactly what I said. So she like took a picture of it and sent it to me, or she emailed me or whatever it was. I got the paper of everything that they had said and they literally said what I said. And so I was just like, I literally told you this. No, actually, I think she pulled up on me because she was mad. And she gave me a little paper of everything that they said. And they literally said what I said. And she was just like, I just thought that you was upset that I was getting an opportunity that you didn't get and da-da-da. So I felt like you was being harsher on me and trying to critique me on things that didn't need to be critiqued in that way and da-da-da. I'm just like, bro, you know who I am. Like, you know who I am, you know my work, you know how much I care about stuff. Like, I just was trying to be kind and you took my kindness as hating, which is crazy. Like, why would I be hating? I'm just like, bro, this is dumb. And so yeah, I'm like, now you ain't do what you was trying to do just because you thought that I was trying to hate on you. Like, look at you, a fool. So me and her ended up not being cool after that. Like, obviously, like, I don't like when people try to play with me like that. I'm not a hater. Like, I'm always just trying to help people. If you don't see what I'm trying to do as helping you, then like, bro, I'm not about to be pressed to try to keep a relationship with somebody that always think negatively about somebody. Like, you should think the most positive of me, because I'm going to think the most positive of you. If you say something crazy to me, I'm going to assume you ain't meaning it in that way, or I'm taking it the wrong way, or I must just be having a bad day. I'm going to always say it's me. I'm going to always say it's me before I say it's you. And I'm always going to look out for you before I say anything crazy. Like, I'm not that type of person to try to be negative or put any like negative things into somebody's life. Like, I'm not even like that. So if you think that of me, then we don't even need to be cool. And so the relationship was over after that, because I'm like, girl, fuck you. Like, I was just trying to be cool. Like, I was trying to help you out, so fuck you. And yeah, and she was mad at me anyway after that. Like, she wanted an apology. Apologize for what? Apologize for being right, girl, boo. So that's basically how it was. And then after that, it was like some time had went past, and eventually she said something to me. She was just like, oh, I found somebody new to da 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 da. Do you want to taste my food? No. And don't text me again. So hopefully she got somebody to taste her food, somebody that was going to be honest with her, and hopefully that she got that food truck that she always wanted and everything worked out for her. But I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. But yeah, so the moral of the story is still be kind to people and help people regardless of the situation, you know? Like, if somebody asks for your help, be honest with them, but also know who you're talking to and know how to talk to them so that they take things the way that you mean them and they will benefit from it. Because I feel like if I would have said things to her differently or made the notes a little shorter, she actually would have took it and it would have been cool. But it was the fact that I gave so much detail. She didn't need that much detail. It hurt her feelings that I wrote a whole essay about her food, basically. And so if I would have known her a little more and how emotional she was, maybe I could have helped her better. That was on me. So, like, yeah, know the people that you have these relationships with and still help people regardless. Be honest with people, but be honest to them in a way that it will be beneficial to them and not talk to them the way that you would want somebody to talk to you, basically. That's all I got. That's all I got. So, yeah, for me, story time Tish, the tea is over. Peace and love.